Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. Welcome on back into the Go Mode Podcast Twitch stream. You've got yet more Challenge Cup action, Link to the Past randomized here. Group C between TheDaddyGamers and FajitaKnight. This is the second game in their Tiebreaker round series. DaddyGamers leads 1-0. And honestly, it's looking a little familiar to anybody who's followed the action so far. These two met up in the first round. FajitaKnight eventually took that series 2-1. Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. Hold on. Oh yes, he did. Sorry, my notes were wrong. But so in the first series between these two, the Daddy Gamer won game 1, and then FajitaKnight decided to go with MC Shuffle for game 2. And here we are in the tiebreaker. Daddy Gamers won round 1, and FajitaKnight went for Map Compass Shuffle. We're getting underway. I went a little bit longer on that intro than I thought I would. Sorry, Lumaga. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just taking a breather here, just letting you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
all right.
Like you were saying, these two met in the first round. They've already done a 3-game series, and here we are again, game 2 of their second series. So these runners kind of familiar with each other at this point.
And both runners same start. Sign kill of a guard, get the tier 1 tree pull, which is a single rupee.
Yeah, just 4 rupees, not going to help you out much. A couple of checks here in escape, and it's a pretty standard play. Ooh, well.
Yep.
Okay, MC Shuffle not wasting any time, throwing a compass on Uncle.
All right. And a little piece of love in that chest. And for those unfamiliar, MC Shuffle is Map and Compass Shuffle, which takes the map and compass out of every dungeon's item pool and spreads them out into the world. You can kind of consider it a key sanity light. So the main thing that's going to do is add 2 items to every dungeon item pool, except for Hyrule Castle, which gets 1 item added because Hyrule Castle does not have a compass.
Yeah, you mentioned it's like key sanity light. We won't know if we do a map check what the prize is going to be. Is it going to be a crystal or a pendant? Unless we pick up the map, then it will show up on our display. So you're either going to have to gamble on what knowledge you already have of other dungeons, or go blind, or wait until you pick up that map to find what's it going to be.
All right. So FajitaKnight skipping the lumberjack check for now, finding not much in Lost Woods. The lumberjack is also not much, so we won't need to do Ago 1 for that reason today.
The threat still looms until we find the items to get us into the dark world, but at least no reason to go to the lumberjack cave.
Mm-hmm. All right, and now we're gonna see the Daddy Gamers do those Lost Woods checks. He's gonna go ahead and pick up that little piece of heart on the mushroom spot, though, which FajitaKnight did skip.
Now FajitaKnight doesn't yet have any bombs, so he's gonna take the south checks first. If he finds some bombs here, just a rupee, he would be set, but there's a shop next door which will get him 10 bombs for 50 rupees.
Right. And that's certainly one way to do it. I usually tend to... I've noticed that there's a very high likelihood of bombs being in one of the upper checks, so I'll usually just go ahead and act like that I have bombs and do those first. But I can certainly see the logic in doing it the way FajitaKnight is doing it.
Yeah, you get the guaranteed bomb versus I hope there's a bomb. But on the other hand, you could spend 50 rupees and then find a bomb drop in one of those chests early on. So waste of 50 bucks.
Yep. That is correct, Amarith. And remember, though, a map check is going to be useless because this is Map Compass Shuffle. So we have found pretty much literally nothing. so far, but that's probably going to change here in the well. Yep, definitely going to change. There's the flute for FajitaKnight.
Yeah, always good to see a flute in Kakariko. That and a bottle, the two you really want to see early.
There's the Swamp Palace compass.
And just quick early shout out to our tracker and restreamer pulling double duty here. Getting us set up and underway.
And there's another compass, so the well of compasses there. For Fajita and the Daddy Gamers, because he's falling into the well himself. And now we're gonna check what's in Blind's basement here.
Well, I guess if you're gonna find the compasses anyway, finding them on the overworld. Ooh, there's a mirror, in Blind's basement, and a map to Swamp Palace. If you're gonna find them anywhere, might as well find them on the overworld, because then it makes dungeons a little bit more desirable to dive.
All right, just a little piece of love in the back of Blind's basement.
Quick high five from the two runners.
Nice. All right. But yeah, we were having a slight discussion on this pre-stream. If FajitaKnight manages to win this game and the Daddy Gamers choose a standard again, I'm gonna very much check to see where if my totem's still spinning, if you know what I mean. Boy, that was like that was like peak Whose Line Is It Anyway right there. Oh wow, bottle vendor with a compass as well.
The whole town is just full of compasses here.
Whole bunch of orienteers here in Kakariko today to continue the in joke from the last stream.
It's my new favorite sport, orienteering. Like I said, it's IRL speedrunning, blind speedrunning. Get a map, get a compass, go to some territory, and try and win a race.
Early desert check. Oh, hey, bottle on desert ledge.
I guess with a flute this early, it's fine to do these checks right away. So go to desert or go to ice cave, and get those out of the way, because you can just flute to them instantly.
Right. All right, what's Agina gonna have for us?
I missed it.
Yeah, a little bit of a hiccup there. I also missed what was on Library Ledge on Daddy Gamer's side. Doesn't look like it was anything too important for FajitaKnight. That's a glove on the Library Ledge, by the way. Just FYI.
So it's good to see, because it's a signal that you're going to get boots fairly early or by mid.
Yep. All right, and some synchronized dam drain action happening for both runners. And that's a very, very soggy map. I don't know how we're going to be able to read that.
Well, whether we can read it or not, it is the Dark Palace, so we've got a couple of Dark World maps. We've got Swamp Palace, Dark Palace we just picked up, and a few compasses, but still nothing in the Light World.
Right. Now, that Daddy Gamer is going to be going ahead and making the desert checks here. So we'll get to see what worthless item Agina had.
Meanwhile, Bomb Strat's in the mini Moldorm cave.
Always just a fun time. By which I, of course, mean the exact opposite.
that mini Moldorm got stuck in the middle there. And he's only got two bombs left and takes a death.
Yep. Okay, shield. I suppose that's not that useless.
It's useless for now. Fire Shield is less useless.
Yep. All right. Yeah,
Right.
FajitaKnight's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go do Dark Old Man Rescue right now. I don't want to see another mini Moldorm again for a minute or two.
You know, who knows? Maybe Old Man has a sword, but whatever he has, he still unlock this save point.
Yep. All right, let's see if Daddy Gamers fares slightly better against the mini Moldorms here. This is why I don't like doing this room with just bombs, because the middle one here that Daddy Gamers just got first try always seems to be the bane of my existence.
Yeah, there's no harm in holding this off until you have a weapon to strike him dead quickly. But he gets past him.
Yep, and gets a map for Tower of Hera and a map for Ice Palace. So not bad. Meanwhile, FajitaKnight did take a save and quit there. Maybe got himself a little bit lost here.
Yeah, trying to navigate without a sword or really without anything. You've got to be on point with these dark rooms. Even something as kind of straightforward as Old Man, if you don't have a way to navigate, it gets hard.
Yep. All right, so FajitaKnight is still attempting to wind his way through here, and we don't have audio for him, so we don't know quite what's going on. Because we have no visual cues whatsoever, because again, no sword, no anything really. Daddy Gamers, meanwhile, gonna go ahead and skip the dark old man room. Powder underneath Spectacle Rock.
FajitaKnight makes it out with the Old Man.
Nice. And gets $20 for all that trouble.
And don't spend it all in one place.
Yep.
So that's interesting. So I just learned. Oh, there's powder in Spectacle Rock.
Yeah.
But I did just learn from Amarth that the save and quit with the Old Man takes you to the start of that sequence.
Oh.
So we did do a save and quit, but he didn't get the option to go to Link's House or Sanctuary. Interesting.
Ah. All right, and Tower of Hera is one of our crystals today.
Well, it makes sense to come up here. You've got the mirror. You don't have a way to damage Moldorm, but 2 items in here. Let's see what they can find.
And you could be fire locked. We don't have any fire source yet. Oh, yeah, you also need to use bombs to flip the switch. So Daddy Gamers is just like, you know what? Never mind.
Well, wait a minute. That's in logic. He could have still seen what's in the basement.
Right.
In the back. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Kind of a weird start here.
Yeah.
Just on both sides.
Yeah. And FajitaKnight's gonna have even more of an issue here because he only has 1 bomb.
Yeah, that's actually not enough to even get to the basement.
And oh, by the way, what are those? That's boots in the Ice Rod Cave.
Those are boots. But he does have the 1 bomb. Can only flip the first switch. Can't even get past the second block.
So I would also like to point out FajitaKnight does not have the information that one of the gloves is on Library Ledge. Because FajitaKnight has not even gone over to south of Kakariko Village. Like, he has not checked Race Game, he has not checked and he has not checked Library Ledge.
And there's a Quake just sitting there.
Yep.
Not gonna get it right just yet, but Daddy Gamers did pick up those gloves. So, yeah, you got to go get the boots, get the gloves, and then, what does that open up for us now? I mean, we still have a lot of Sphere 1 things unchecked. We still haven't done the whole eastern area.
That opens up the back half of Escape, for one thing, which is what TheDaddyGamers is doing right now. And as our tracker / restreamer points out, Bonk rocks. And 20 rupees hammer, and the rich get richer here for the TheDaddyGamers. We're gonna need we need Moon Pearl for Dark World access, and that's it.
That actually opens up Hera, aside from being fire locked.
Right. Correct. And now Fajita resorting to taking the 30 rupees from the bomb bowl room in Blind's basement just to refill his bombs. This is a rough start for Fajita.
Definitely a rough start for Fajita, but even just all around, right? There's not a good way to, just knowing what we know, route in these things in a sane way. You just kind of run into it.
15-minute powder check, why not? I just now realized we had Flute so quickly, I was not even paying attention. We didn't rise for the Hyrulean National Anthem. Whoops. Okay, that is not the place I was expecting Fajita to buy bombs, but that works.
Yeah, that's interesting because he was in Kakariko.
Yeah. I also want to point out at this juncture, Fajita has still not gone and checked Library Ledge or Race Game. He is going to do Ice Rod Cave here. He's going to find those boots, and I would assume that's going to direct him to where he needs to be.
Yeah. So that I'm sure that he'll get to it. I'm sure he hasn't forgotten that because those are locations you'll just route in. But having that right, he could do bonk rocks. He could think, oh, library.
Oh, he's setting up to water walk.
That's another good strategy.
Or
with a tactical error, takes a death to the crab.
Yep. The giant enemy crab striking for massive damage. Meanwhile, TheDaddyGamers is making his way through Escape here. Nothing really too earth-shaking in the front parts of Escape here. We did find that hammer in the back of Escape, but other than that...
Well, here's FajitaKnight headed to the library to pick up his gloves.
Nice.
So this will lead him eventually to the hammer, so he'll have a weapon. Right now, he's defenseless.
Yep. All right, big key. Zelda's Shell is going to contain another map for Eastern Palace.
Okay, so slowly but surely we are figuring out what the landscape's going to be. We already know Here's a Crystal. We just got the map for Eastern.
And speaking of, and I also want to point out something I just noticed here, or realized. TheDaddyGamers is trying to stay within logic here, because he did not do Dark Old Man, and he did not check Dark Cross. So he's trying to stay within logic as much as possible here.
I gotta say, I think that's a little bit typical of his playstyle. I've played with him for several months now, and I don't think that he's one to do some wild sequence breaks, which sometimes works out pretty well for him. He doesn't get overwhelmed with options that he shouldn't
Red
have.
Meringue in Saha's closet, a very red Saha's closet. Also, saw how giving us the lowdown. The green pendant can be found in Misery Mire today.
Yeah, so MC Shuffle, you can still get the green pendant knowledge from Sahasrara and the 5/6 crystal knowledge from the bomb vendor in the Dark World.
And speaking
So
of
don't need all the maps.
speaking of maps and knowledge, that's the Skull Woods map in Bonk Rocks. So I think with the amount of maps we have, we're pretty close to knowing where everything is already. Crystal and pendant wise.
Yeah, that's probably true. We just got to get a check of the Dark World, and
Yep.
if we see, where the 5/6 and a pendant or two are, we know it.
All right. FajitaKnight picking up his hammer. And TheDaddyGamers thought about it. He almost went into the dark old man rescue, but looks like he is gonna go ahead and head up and do Tower of Hera here with FajitaKnight not too far behind. With hammer and glove, I mean it makes sense because we can go and do Light Side Death Mountain.
Yeah, that's right. He could do that if Hera doesn't work out. So we've got a 5/6 on Swamp Palace and a blue pendant on Palace of Darkness.
All right. And crystal on ice.
All right, so Daddy Gamer's now going to see and be able to pick up this Quake medallion.
All right, so that's one of 4 items here in Tower of Hera. Because again, MC Shuffle means we've got 2 extra items in the item pool.
That's right. The compass also, having a little bit of use in MC Shuffle, showing us the total item count and the items that we've picked up so far.
Indeed. All right, Death Warp there from Daddy Gamers. Although I didn't quite see what his health was at. I'm a little surprised it was a Death Warp and not a mirror.
It was pretty low.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, probably worth.
With that hammer in hand, FajitaKnight is taking on his round 2 of Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yep. And Daddy Gamers took a bit of an unintentional fall there in the first room of Tower of Hera upstairs, but recovers quickly, making his way up now. Back to the bomb strats for FajitaKnight. Fajita is just not having a good time with Mini Moldorm today. I don't know how that throw managed to happen.
Bombs in general here.
There we go. Thieves Town map is the second item in Tower of Hera. Trying to set up the bomb jump here. Got him.
Nails it. Gets a small key. Ooh. It means there will be something in the basement.
Oof. Not what you want to see. At this point. Also not what you want to see is taking going down to 1 heart of damage.
Well, he did flip the switch in the floor below, or 2 floors below now, which opens up these pots which have hearts.
Yep. Very, very rarely seen, I feel, in randomizer, leaving those those pots open, because it's a little bit faster to leave them shut, if I remember correctly. Meanwhile, Moldorm deciding to engage Yakti Sax protocols. There we go. 2 hits and 3 hits. Daddy Gamers remains unfazed and just takes down Moldorm for that singular green rupee. And there's first blood.
23 minutes
in.
Yeah, 23 minutes in. Real quick question. So, is FajitaKnight's sprite the Minish Cap link? Because he had a bunny sprite, which I did not. I didn't recognize it at all.
I'm 99% positive that's Minish Cap Link, but I'm not sure. Or, I'm not completely positive, I guess I should say.
Looks like a quarter
okay.
heart up on Floating Island.
You would be correct.
Last time we'll see that.
Yep. All right. All right. Spiral cave check with boots. No sword and no hookshot though means it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, a bit slow.
Oof. There we go.
So FajitaKnight also making his way up the tower.
Daddy Gamer's gonna have to be very, very careful here. Moon Pearl and
That's
Spiral
a Moon
Cave.
Pearl.
May not need to be careful. Oh, it does. It forgets he doesn't have a sword. Rip.
Ooh.
Takes a death, which is unfortunate.
That's real unfortunate because he didn't even get the old man save. He can't even start on the mountain.
Well,
He does have the flute, so he can.
Yeah, I was about to say he has the flute, but honestly, also has Dark World access at this point.
That's true.
However, that is still leaving 6 items behind in Paradox, so. Quake would have saved him if this was a swordless seed, yes. Remember, we need a sword to be able to cast the medallion. Quick map check there. I do believe that will be some new information.
That was Thieves Town. I think was also our 5-6.
You would be correct.
So we're just waiting on one final pendant, and then we know where all the
All right. Location sometimes known as Hype Cave. First sword. First sword and a bunch of rupees. I mean,
that's not really that hype, but I mean it is our first sword,
yeah.
So I'll take it.
Yeah, I think it gets a 3 simply for giving us our first pointy thing of the seed. Situational hype. All right, we'll see if FajitaKnight fares a little bit better in Spiral Cave here.
Yeah, we'll be able to get our first look at Paradox Cave as well.
Well, hold on a minute here.
Yeah, I speak too soon.
Oh!
Dang, neither one of these runners really having, a good time with.
By the way, while we were so focused on Fajita getting lit up by the dead rocks there, Daddy Gamers gets lit up in a completely different fashion, finding the lamp on Stumpy and a bottle on Cave 45.
As soon as you said lit up, it was so telegraphed, and I just couldn't stop it from happening, but it happened.
I aim to please.
I love it.
I aim to please. All right. All right, let's see what Alec Baldwin's dig game has for us today.
All right.
3.
FajitaKnight not quite getting the mirror. Bounces back. Whole lot of digs for this.
20 digs for a bottle with a B in it. That better at least be a B plus, Alec Baldwin. Meanwhile, FajitaKnight, I wouldn't exactly call this tilting at the... Whoa, dear.
Ooh.
If he goes back to this again, I am gonna call it tilting at the windmill. Mountain Cave. Refill.
And he's pulling out the mirror, not the flute. So he's headed back up there.
Yeah, he's gonna need to. Well, I mean, at this, it's not like.
Well,
I
okay,
mean,
so he doesn't know it, but TDG has not done Paradox Cave. If FajitaKnight finds something really good here, and it's worth it for him to come out of here with, oh, I don't know, Fire Rod, right, or Hookshot,
right.
that would be great for him.
Well, I was about to say it's losing time, but then, like you said, I realized Daddy Gamers also needs to come back up here because he also took a death. And
He's got to
then
keep going too because he needs the Moon Pearl out of Spiral Cave.
right, exactly that too. Just oh God no. Okay.
There you go.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine, chat.
Yep. House is on fire, but this is fine.
Yep. Oop.
He's just gonna tank his way through this.
Yep.
Actually, did some good job dodging those two jellies.
Yeah. Looks like he is going to be able to make his way up to Paradox here. Meanwhile, Daddy Gamers is going to do a Skull Woods check. And find half magic.
A half magic is a good find here. There's not a whole lot to spend it on, but I'll have it for later. And there are 4 items, this being MC Shuffle, so Skull Woods also something good to check.
Yep. Map of Hyrule Castle and map of Turtle Rock. I believe that's going to be all the information we need once we get another map check from FajitaKnight.
Yeah, because we'll figure out what Turtle Rock is, and then Desert Palace has to be whatever Turtle Rock is not.
Left. Yep. Meanwhile, Paradox Cave, other than that map, not really anything there.
Yeah, map and some money up at the top, so doesn't really hurt TDG that much, but he doesn't know that. He will eventually head back there and give FajitaKnight a little bit of time back.
Alrighty, and there's a mushroom for Daddy Gamers in Skull Woods as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks like FajitaKnight's going to be not too far behind Daddy Gamers in the Dark World checks here. All right, Turtle Rock is our red pendant, so that means that Desert is our final crystal.
So we've got Meyer and Turtle Rock as pendants. Those are 2 ones that you don't mind seeing as pendants. You may not have to go into them.
Right, but them being pendants also makes it painful when that last bit of progression you need is deep in one of those dungeons.
Yeah, I did say might, so I qualified it.
Yep. FajitaKnight going to the big bomb vendor for regular bombs.
That's the 3rd time he's had to buy bombs this seed.
Yep.
That's what happens when you don't have a sword.
All right, chess game, 20 rupees. So net loss 10 rupees. Rip. All right, speaking of swords, FajitaKnight finally gets his for one out of Hype Cave.
So I want to address something in chat here. We had a question, and while it's not directly related to what we're doing here on the seed, it's about hovering, and it's a trick you can do with the boots. I want to just address that and say you can learn about that and much more from the Go Mode podcast. There was actually an episode related to hovering specifically, and there's a lot more that happens every 2 weeks. So please do check out GoModePodcast.com. Subscribe to the podcast through your favorite podcast listener, And join our Discord. We'll get the commands in the chat just in a minute.
Somewhere Shawn Michaels and Triple H just started applauding at how seamless that plug was. Good
Right.
job.
And Amarth pointing out, yes, I did learn to hover from that episode.
Nice. All right. So FajitaKnight about to get his world lit up by Stumpy here.
Totally
Also-
lit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lit AF fam. Nothing makes me feel more alive than deadpanning a Tumblr meme as a 31-year-old.
Right. Oh, you're a youngin', man.
I mean, young in real life terms, yes. Young in internet terms, not really.
I won't tell you my age. So there was nothing on the mushroom, though. Nothing in the potion hut.
Nope. Unlike last seed on the network here, where it was vanilla powder.
Vanilla powder after an attempt to fake powder with the mushroom.
Yeah. Which is the ultimate disrespect from the seed RNG. All right. So there are 6 items in Thieves Town, again owing to the Map Compass shuffle mode. Map Compass, he's 32. Lol. Chat throwing out guesses for the ages, your age now. All right. Nothing interesting so far, item-wise, in Thieves Town. Well, about that, water toes.
Awesome. Okay, so with that, we got the mirror, we got the flippers, hammer. That's swamp access.
Ooh. Granted, we kind of want to see hook shot before we go into swamp, usually. Although hookless swamp can pay out huge sometimes.
Yeah. It's something you'll want to put off unless you really want to take a gamble on hookless swamp with a 5/6 crystal.
All right. TheDaddyGamers continuing to weave his way through Thieves Town here, and FajitaKnight not too far behind, getting his 10 rupees taken from him by the chess game. And looks like he's going to skip Brewery and C-Shaped Hut. I believe TheDaddyGamers did the same thing.
TheDaddyGamers did C-Shaped Hut. I think he did. He may have skipped Brewery.
Tracker saying TheDaddyGamers did all of Village of Outcasts. I keep wanting to just say Daddy and then realizing that sounds very, very awkward.
Yeah, I typically go with TDG.
Yeah. So it's like Daddy Gamers. Because my brain goes, "You fool! You're on the internet." And yes, I also see, I have a picture of my mind's eye of Gilbert Gottfried shouting "You fool" at me. Oh man, now I want to go watch that clip again. I'm assuming you've seen that, right?
I'm actually not familiar with what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so nothing too interesting going on in the seed here at the moment. So I'll go ahead and elaborate. So are you familiar with the show Hollywood Squares? Okay, so Gilbert Gottfried was on that show, and he at one point had this amazing run where he managed to fool the contestants for, I think it literally ran an entire episode. Like, it was the first game of the episode, and he just kept, fooling the contestants into picking the wrong answer. And each and every single time he did it, he would just shout, "You fool." And it got to the point like where one of the contestants like physically jumped out of their seat and looked about ready to throttle Gilbert. It was amazing.
That's a Gilbert Gottfried thing to do too.
Like, it was getting to the point where, like, I think Single Arrow of Destiny in the attic, by the way. We missed that when Daddy Gamers went to it. I can't search the web, too many links. Ugh.
Yeah, that's not going to get a chuckle from me, Blind.
No.
Sorry.
All right. We're thoroughly off script now, both on commentary and on Blind. That's a bow off of Blind. Oh my goodness, that's filthy.
Bow and a crystal.
One half of our 5/6 crystal is,
Meanwhile,
in fact.
Indeed. And meanwhile, FajitaKnight headed to the basement with 1 heart, so gonna have to be a little bit careful about running the Zyzax and the cells.
Yeah. I don't think he filled that empty bottle we got with anything, did he?
Not that I saw.
Yeah, and his rupee count seems to suggest that he hasn't either. Gets a couple of hearts. Yep, nope, there it is right there. He is going to use that powder to get a fairy, though, so... Alright. Alright, so now, Daddy Gamers is going into Palace of Darkness. Is he gonna open up Pod here and then mirror to Eastern, which is a crystal? Or is he actually going to dip Pendant Palace of Darkness?
Well, I mean, he's got access to everything, minding he can do dark rooms. So, picking up that bow, he could get even all the way to Helmasaur if he could. Oh, he got a lantern too. He could do it.
Yeah, which is why for a second I like it makes sense. Might as well open it while you're going. But I feel like you definitely do this first before you even think about stepping actual foot into Palace of Darkness.
Right. Oh yeah, this is a crystal. Do this.
Yep. And especially with it being MC Shuffle. So again, 5 items in here, which is almost like vanilla Palace of Darkness in terms of item density.
Right, which actually means 7 items in Palace of Darkness. Now that's pretty alluring.
All right. So Fajita gets his bow off of Blind, and Brewery. Little piece of love. Nothing too interesting item-wise in Eastern as of yet. And yeah, nothing interesting in C-shaped hut, but viewers already knew that. We didn't, because I'm pretty sure that was around the time I was talking about Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, we did miss a little bit of that.
There's the big key. All right, and looks like Fajita is gonna make pretty much the same play here. Drunk Future Self with the 300-bit cheer. Thank you for supporting the Go Mode podcast, and thank you for sharing emotes to some of the community members. I believe the trackers we use are Firebase, which is a freely available tracker.
Yeah, it is Firebase. It's a web-based tracker that we use.
Yeah, ours is a bit simpler to use, simply because it's basically clicking the item, the actual representations of the items, Whereas, oh, that's Hookshot in the Eastern Palace there. So, hey, Swamp's a thing.
Swamp's fully doable. And I was just doing the review of this. It was Hookshot and Fire Rod at the time, but we are just a Fire Rod away from Go Mode, aren't we? Oh, no, Titan's Mitts too.
Titan's Mitts, yeah. Hookshot and Titans, yeah. And we would probably also want a Master Sword. That would probably be something we would want.
Someone in a marathon chat saying Samaria. Samaria's a maybe. Depends on the Ganon Sour big key placement.
Yep.
We don't need it for Mire necessarily.
All right. Whoop. Well, that's also a good point. It could be logically required for Ice Palace.
What's logic anyway? No, you are right. There are times when you do need Samaria. Logically, rather.
Yep.
So Daddy Gamers setting up at the top for a quick kill. Getting these into the corner, and then, ooh, gets a little bit off script here.
Yep. Alright, gonna try to salvage something out of this. Wants to try and kill them before they turn red. Never mind.
Gets him down, gets the third crystal.
Yep. And Blackwax pointing out, yeah, the Ice Palace bomb jump is a thing that exists, which is why, you know, it is difficult to remember that sometimes that Cane of Samaria is logically required to clear ice, because I feel like Ice Palace bomb jumps is one of this conversation kind of came up. Well, a similar conversation came up in the last seed of dark rooms. You kind of want to prioritize running as a newer learning. Excuse me, as a newer runner. Came up in the previous race earlier. I feel like the Ice Palace bomb jump is probably one of the first like logic breaks you want to learn. Period. That and fake flippers, I would say.
Definitely. Also, another episode of the podcast dedicated to that specific topic. We got everything there. Sorry to plug it twice in one episode, but I mean, the things that you're talking about are exactly what we talk about.
I mean, how dare you plug the podcast of the channel we're actually on?
Please pause for 30 seconds while we run this advertisement over this race for the podcast.
I mean, the Go Mode podcast is a Twitch affiliate now. You can run Twitch ads.
I don't know if that's in the plans. I don't think it's in the plans.
No. I would imagine not. It's kind of difficult to run ads over a live race. But at any rate, Daddy Gamer is gonna make the swamp play immediately.
I mean, you might as well, because we talked about there's only a few items you need for Go Mode: sword, fire rod, possibly Samaria. But there are so many items in Swamp, and just go for it.
Yeah, it's 8 items in here in this mode. So yeah, it's not as much of an imposition as it is in a regular seed to do non-Go Mode Swamp.
Now the thing about MC Shuffle though is you're more likely to want to do left side Swamp with MC Shuffle. Whereas without it in the standard item pool, you might just go straight to Argus and then decide, do I really want to spend the time going back there?
Yeah. FajitaKnight, honestly, I'm beginning to notice a pattern. FajitaKnight is just not having a very good execution night today. Like he had it rough in with the red Igors, and had it rough on the quick kill. I don't think quite as rough as TDG had it, but still fairly rough. And that on top of the deaths, you gotta feel like FajitaKnight's just like shaking his head during this crystal animation, trying to clear the cobwebs.
Yeah, I mean, any runner who's played more than a few seeds has been in that that spot. You just try and take a quick breath, just breathe, release the tilt, and then start over.
Yeah. All right. Oop. Missed the throw there. There it is.
Yeah, can't hit it with the sword. The fighter sword is just a little bit smaller than the other ones, so had to use an alternate strategy.
I am kind of surprised he used bombs instead of the red meringue, but red meringue provides its own kind of set of challenges, I guess.
I know for a fact TDG hates the red boomerang. Does not surprise me that he did not pull it out.
Oh boy. Anyway, we're boomerang's a boomerang, people. Come on now. Especially considering the Antilla deletion madness going on.
Right.
The boomerang wars need to end.
Right.
Alright, so left side swamp coming up from TheDaddyGamers. FajitaKnight, meanwhile. I think, honestly, FajitaKnight's going to have to make some plays here pretty quick, because he's just consistently just a step or two behind TDG so far.
Well, all things considered, yes, but there is some time still in Death Mountain that will be made up.
That's a valid point. I forgot that TheDaddyGamers died and did not go to Paradox.
Right. I mean, both of these runners have had a very difficult start to the seed. Once they got their hammer, they started to get into, a better groove. But the first, 25 minutes were a bit rough for both of them.
Yep. Although I just realized, Death Mountain. I know TDG has no way of knowing this, but Death Mountain didn't have anything in it, did it?
No, it was a map and some money.
Ah. All right. Big chest, big 20. So Swamp Swamp living up to Dr. Bobtastic lyric. It's funny how Swamp Palace has the most items of all, but when you go full clear it, it's garbage wall to wall, and it's been garbage wall to wall so far. Well.
So here's a chance for FajitaKnight.
Yeah, I was about to say. Remember what I was saying about being consistently a step or two behind? Yeah, that might be about to change.
Now, FajitaKnight is still just entering the dungeon, so doesn't put him too much ahead of where he was, but it still helps him gain a little bit of ground.
All right. Does not flood the key. All right. TDG making his way back to the big chest. And trying again to get through the back of Swamp. Kind of forgot that reset. So I was gonna fix that real quick.
Right.
And that red jelly is gonna just troll him, because why
just
not?
Right in the way.
All right. Oh boy. The red jellies are just trolling TDG at this point. All right.
Still 4 checks down here, including the boss. So there's got to be something here in Swamp, right?
Right. Heart container, little piece of love. Our tracker slash restreamer also pointing out another thing you may want to pay attention to is what pots have specific things under them. For example, the pots on the left side of well, as TheDaddyGamers just showed, those pots containing hearts. Or for example, 3 of the 4 pots in around the big chest in Eastern Palace have arrows. Or...
Yeah, there's a lot of spots where you can get a quick refill on either magic or health or bombs if you need them on the overworld in dungeons. So definitely good to know that game knowledge.
Oh boy. Would you like to play Whack-A-Bot, Lumaga?
Oh, we got the menu boss.
Oh, yeah, we do. Although that I was not referencing something in game.
Well, the hammer, you know, you can do 2 strategies here. He's got the fighter sword. You can do hammer or you can do spins, and looks like he's more comfortable just swapping to the hammer.
Sorry, I'm just watching this obvious spot in chat.
Right.
Why am I so amused by this? I shouldn't be. Meanwhile, finishing off the menu-based Argus fight. Alright. Speaking of game knowledge, FajitaKnight about to show off some of his by bombing this middle room here and getting a refill. Of various things. Speaking of refills, TEG having to burn a blue potion here because Hammer Argus Phase 2, not fun in the slightest because of Hammer's weird hitbox.
Right. And just as he's finishing, FajitaKnight is coming into the Argus fight. And actually, he's doing doubles. He is pulling 2 of these puffs off of Argus and hitting them with the hammer.
Well, he is going to have to watch himself here because he's back down to 2 hearts already. Alright. Alright, so TheDaddyGamers gonna take that 5-6 and turn in the Pyramid Fairy here.
Yeah, so we'll get 2 checks plus he did burn that potion. He could get a refill from the Pyramid Fairy too.
Yeah. And did we ever see if that bee in a bottle from Dig Game was a B+ or not?
I was just gonna ask if we did, but I don't know either. We'll probably find out. If it's not a good bee, he might opt to release it and get another refill.
All right.
So FajitaKnight still working on this this boss. Now switching to the hammer.
I think he's really just trying to be conservative here because he is 2-heart green male here. Any sort of damage from Argus whatsoever is going to kill him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's just trying to survive this fight.
Yep. All right. Nothing of note in Pyramid. He didn't even check the bottle there. Wow. Sorry, I was watching the restream too. Oh no, that's a death for FajitaKnight. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, Fajita taking a death, and he's gonna go get himself some backup here before he redoes that fight, I believe. Or he's gonna make a liar out of me and
No.
do Zora.
Zora seems to be the play. He's got the money. Nobody's been up there, though.
Up there.
We did Waterfall, but we didn't go check out the checkout ledge or Zora himself.
Wait, who did Waterfall? I don't think either one of us has done Waterfall until just now. Yeah.
Here they are. They both did it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so I guess you were technically correct. That's kind of correct. Also interesting to note, neither runner electing to check Waterfall Fairy's bottle refill.
Yeah, TDG didn't do Pyramid Fairy or Waterfall Fairy. Just got the items and left.
And FajitaKnight got to be able to see what the King of Scams has. TheDaddyGamers is 350 rupees short. And I don't even want to know where that map's been. Also, that's some pretty strong parchment to survive the digestive tract there.
I mean, it's 500 rupees. I expect only the highest quality parchment.
All right. Is Fajita going back into Swamp without refilling his bottles? Or at least attempting to refill his bottles? No, he is not. Okay.
No. Now we haven't seen Palace of Darkness, so it's very possible someone does that.
We've also not seen Lake Hylia. It looks like Fajita is going to go do Catfish. King's Tomb was checked, and doesn't look like it was anything too important. Nope.
Yeah, King's Tomb is a big 20.
Tracker pointing out that one of our runners checked Lake Hylia by jumping into the water without flippers, and it was just another big 20.
And 50 rupee stash up on the graveyard ledge, so not a whole lot of checks really panning out for either of these runners. They're running on a kind of a low item set.
Yeah. All right. So now looks like TheDaddyGamers is gonna get that old man rescue taken care of, and do those Death Mountain checks. So here's where FajitaKnight gets that time back.
And FajitaKnight never did escape either.
Correct.
And now, TheDaddyGamers did the front of escape, but neither one has done Dark Cross.
Crazy Cat Lady, no. FajitaKnight has done Paradox. It's just maps and rupees. It's not anything too important in the grand scheme of things, but it is time that FajitaKnight is going to be able to gain back here. And that's Bombos.
All right.
All right, so... Oh, FajitaKnight is just going to do the rest of escape here. All right, so we're going to see some repeat checks.
So what do you do here, right? I'm looking at this, and the only thing that's open is Ice Palace.
And is that don't you need Titans to get into ice though?
That's not even open. Like, what are we missing?
Do we need Titans to lift the rock to get into Dark World at Flute Location 6?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's pod. It's been pod this whole time, and neither runner has gone there.
Mother of God.
Pendant pod.
Yep.
You know, it's always pendant dungeons.
All right. So, and it looks like TDG is going to be making that necessary pendant pod dip here shortly. Looks like Fajita. Whoop, never mind. I was about to say setting up a death warp, and then I remembered that's stupid because he has mirror. Fajita is gonna have to go grab a potion, whether it's by paying 160 and getting a blue potion from the witch's hut, or taking a chance on the waterfall fairy refill. I feel like he just needs some backup, and he needs to like finish swamp, but at the same time he also needs he has not I don't think he paid Kiki. I think he just went directly into Eastern Palace in Light World, whereas TheDaddyGamers did so.
Yeah, TDG did open up pod completely, but he mirrored to go to Eastern.
All right. Deciding not to bonk into one of the rock formations to destroy it, and taking the drop down the ledge. He only has a half heart, so hopefully he doesn't get sniped here. All right, we're fine. Refill?
Yeah, no such luck. That would have been great.
Oh, right next to a crab. And that crab was coming for him right as the swag duck came by. Oh, you are playing a very dangerous game, Fajita. Yeah, that's what you get. Dying to a green guard in Light World. That's got us smart. And of course, immediate Titansmiths. And almost as immediate mirror.
Like I said, there had to be something, you know, in pod, because we couldn't get into any other dungeon. The only place that Titansmiths could have been is somewhere in pod, and they happened to be the first chest.
Alrighty. I am kind of interested to see TheDaddyGamers continue the pendant pod dive here, because that Titans does open up some crystal progression that he could go do and kill two birds with one stone, as it were.
Well, just what, 7 items in Palace of Darkness. So
it would be
this
8.
is a really enticing play.
Oh wait, no, it wouldn't. It would be 5 plus 2. Sorry, math.
Where's Math Girl?
Probably sleeping.
She could have told us.
All right, so FajitaKnight is gonna do the Skull Woods dive here. Is gonna find his half magic. Will feel nice. Did TDG do bow locked pod and then come back up and go through the top door?
Yes.
Does that feel weird to anybody else? Because that kind of feels weird.
Yeah, he has the hammer. He could have just saved a bit of time there.
Amarith pointing out that both runners have open Palace of Darkness. There's half magic for Fajita. And a whole lot of nothing for TG so far. Except, you know, Master Sword. Never mind.
Yeah, Master Sword's a good one.
Yeah.
So here's where the fun starts in Palace of Darkness anyway, right? You get all the keys in the front, you get the items back here.
All right. Dark Maze for TDG. So we're in Fire Rod Go mode, by the way. Feels good. And depending on the key logic in Turtle Rock, that Fire Rod could be as far as Laser Bridge in Turtle Rock. If you're still looking for an evil seed.
Yeah. At this point, I gotta also believe that the pedestal is dead, because Fire and Ice Rod can't be on there. Samaria cannot be on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pedestal is, in fact, Pedestal. Question in chat: Are we not allowed to say other networks' names? Not really. No. I mean, it's not a hard and fast rule. It's just, you know, it does kind of feel awkward to promote another network on air or in chat, but it's not like a hard and fast don't do it. Math Girl, I don't know if she did other work for Speed Gaming or whatnot earlier today. She did restream the previous race on this channel. Was going to restream this one. Was going to restream one at 9 Eastern, but realized her energy levels were not where they needed to be able to do that, which led to us picking up this game here at 10:30.
Yeah, and this actually worked out because we're getting kind of an interesting match here.
But she's here in spirit because chat is figuring out ways to torture our runners. I still remember the other day where we saw Three Pendant Light World, and immediately as the map check was done, Math started shouting for Moon Pearl on pedestal.
Oh yeah, that's the way it would happen too. So nothing in Checkerboard Cave. TDG gonna go into a desert here and see what he can get. Actually, he can clear this.
Yeah, he can full clear it. So not a surprising play whatsoever. Big key on the torch. And there's going to be 4 items here because of Mad Compass Shuffle. FajitaKnight finally picking up a blue bottle and making me feel safer for him.
Yep. So with that blue bottle, he's probably headed back to finish out Swamp.
Amarith pointing out there is a free blue goo awaiting for our runners if they decide to run down towards Desert Ledge. I believe both runners are aware of that. There's the cape in Desert. Nice little safety item. All right. Fajita now making the needful pendant pod play. And we'll see if Fajita decides to follow the siren call into Pendant Palace of Darkness. it would end up being a decent play because that is going to give him his Master Sword as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Master Sword and Titan's Mitts here. Not much else, despite there being so many items, but necessary to dip it.
Yep. All right, there's the Titans and the mirror coming from Vajita. Now, does he stay or does he go? Oh, he goes.
He thought about it. There was a little bit of hesitation, but he's out of here.
Yep. And we're gonna see if there's another sword easily found, because we need at least Master Sword. And FajitaKnight is still staring down the barrel of a fighter sword. Missing, missing several times with the lamp is the TheDaddyGamers.
And we got a Quake Meyer.
Amarith, correct. The TheDaddyGamers did not do Helmasaur, because I would assume he is smart enough to know at this point that Pedestal cannot have anything really all that worth unlocking the Pedestal for. Like, yes, could there theoretically be a sword on there? Yes. Could there theoretically be silvers on there? Yes. But is that worth doing all 3 pendant dungeons when 2 of those pendants are Misery Mire and Total Rock? No. All right. Landmalus fight. Going about as smoothly as a low percent Landmalus fight can go.
Low percent. This is more than you get in vanilla.
Valid point.
But takes him down. There are. That's now his 5th crystal. Still looking for that fire rod, though.
Yep.
Now, here's the time where you can go to Ice Palace. We mentioned earlier you need the Titan's Mitts. Well, we found them in pods, so good time to clear out that dungeon.
Point of order. TheDaddyGamers cannot go to Ice yet. He does not have Bombos or Fire Rod.
Oh, indeed, because that... gosh, where did FajitaKnight pick up Bombos?
Oh, where was that? Shoot.
Dark Cross, as our tracker
yeah.
pointed out.
I was close. I almost said Back of Escape. Which I think Back of Escape had Quake, didn't it?
It did.
All right. All right, so TheDaddyGamers dipping Pendant Mire here.
Yeah, this is interesting. I gotta wonder if he's forgotten about Dark Cross.
He may have. That, to be fair, that is a pretty isolated check.
Now, he could get lucky and still come away with the fire rod, so, you know, no harm there. But if he doesn't, well, he's gonna still search for something.
Yep. Well, the reason why I brought up TheDaddyGamers not having Bombos was, as you were talking about doing Ice Palace, I remembered a seed from the other day where Bombos was relatively early on in the seed, and there was, I believe it was exactly Fire Rod in Ice Palace, and chat was quick to point out that they had seen a lot of seeds where, oh hey, early Bombos means something in Ice Palace.
Oh yeah.
So Amarith also pointing out the possibility that perhaps TheDaddyGamers having an item count issue. Because remember, TheDaddyGamers won round 1, so he did not pick the modifier. So it may not be, it might not be in the back of his head that, oh hey, there's still one item left in escape. And if that's the case, and that Bombos medallion is in fact blocking our fire rod, that could be a problem.
Well, he's going to quickly run out of places to go. Because he can do Mire, he could finish Helmasaur if he really wanted. I don't think we got... I don't know if we got all the items or not. But he can't finish out Mire. He can't even go to Turtle Rock, no Samaria, and no Fire Rod for Skullwood. So he's going to have to get back to it.
He can do Hookshot Cave. But then again,
Good
so
point.
can FajitaKnight. And it looks like FajitaKnight is also going to consider doing the Mire play here. He's certainly checking checkerboard.
And without a Fire Rod, you got to do this with the lamp. So
Yep.
bit of pushing.
Bit of pushing and shoving there, and a whole lot of shaking.
Whole lot of shaking.
There's been a severe uptick in FajitaKnight.
There's
This
Ice
could
Palace.
be big. Yep, Ice Palace play.
If Fire Rod's back here, well, there's Ice Rod.
Yeah, there's one rod.
There's
That's
one
not
rod.
quite the rod we're looking for.
If Fire Rod is back here, this is huge for FajitaKnight.
Yep. All right, TheDaddyGamers, meanwhile, I believe has run out of things he can check. Nope, I stand corrected. He has one more chest he can check here.
Yeah, this and Big Chest.
Yep. All right. Red rupee for FajitaKnight. And just a small key in the Misery Mire big chest.
Yep.
So at the moment, that is not the answer.
Did he ever go back to Death Mountain?
He did, yes.
Okay. So he's probably going to Dark Death Mountain at some point.
All right, so Fajita now bombs the floor. Gonna go for the quick kill here. Gets it.
Well, one of those dropped a fairy, I thought,
he did.
and he could have really...
Yeah, I was about to say something, and I thought FajitaKnight might have been going back for it, but then he did not. And he may regret that decision very, very quickly here. Oh, blue goo, never mind.
Well, blue goo, but man, would you like to keep that?
Well, yeah, especially going into a green male cold stare.
Green Mail, Fighter Sword, Fire Rodless, Colster.
Oh, yeah, hello.
This is going to be...
Unless Fire Rod happens to be before cold stare here.
Right.
Oh, bomb jump failure. And yep, that's going to cause the blue goo to get burned right here and now.
Well, there's a book, so we have literacy. We can check the tablets.
Oh, boy.
And I got to believe that TDG will route in the Bombos tablet as part of this.
All right, so what is Jeremiah going to have for us as a sign of our very good friendship? He's going to have the blue mail. Nice. The Dwarven Armor Smith.
Yeah, that's a good one.
FajitaKnight picks up the strike just barely there. Speaking as a very, very casual League bowler, that was one of those strikes that you're just like, I don't know how that happened, but I'll take it.
Hey, check out what TheDaddyGamers is doing.
Yeah, he is.
He's leaving this, and he's going to pull off a glitch.
So there is a very little known glitch that you can execute. Because the chest does not reset its state until you change world. If you leave the chest in Dark World, you can run to where Gary is and mirror. And if you mirror within range of the pickup radius for Gary, you can pick up the Cane of Samaria.
Oh, that was nice.
Wow. Pick up the item from Gary without actually having the chest. So it can save you a little bit of time because you can then run to Gary instead of having to walk with the purple chest dragging behind you.
And here's the bombos check we were talking about.
Big 20. All right. So
we haven't seen it yet. We don't know what the medallion is, but with that cane, Turtle Rock is in play.
Yeah, and TheDaddyGamers is gonna go to Dark Death Mountain here, Hookshot Cave, Super Bunny, and the Specter of Pendant Turtle Rock looming large on this seed. Oh my, as George Takai would say. Oh, and also Spike Cave.
And Spike Cave.
Or not.
Spike Cave is a weird one because, you know, you're either saving and quitting out of there, or you got to burn some things to get back.
All right, Ether tablet. Vanilla Ether.
That's not supposed to happen. This is supposed to be randomized.
Yeah. Brilliant. All right. Now comes the Spike Cave play. And there's a master.
Well, there's a sword.
Yep, there's FajitaKnight's master sword in ice.
So very interesting because TGG can't get that. Depending on the fire rod location, may not get that, and FajitaKnight hasn't gotten the other sword that TDG picked up. So very interesting layout of sword.
Although that was iced tea room for FajitaKnight there. So I guess it does kind of depend on where that fire rod is, and if TheDaddyGamers feels comfortable with Master Sword soberless. Oh, that's an unfortunate dead rock.
Yep, can't get around that one.
Might have been faster to just go into that door right up there and reset, but...
Alright, so here comes FajitaKnight into the cold stair room with a Master Sword now, but still green mail and no fire rod. So still not going to be an easy fight for him.
No, it is not. Meanwhile, TDG heading up Dark Death Mountain. Gonna be checking Super Bunny here shortly. Oh, nicely done keeping the cold stare puffs corralled for as long as he did for Fajita.
Yeah, he bullied him into the corner, got a few hammer swings on him.
And of course, hammer doing tempered damage. So that helps out immensely.
Alright, nothing in Super Bunny.
Alright, meanwhile, down goes the second puff. And hammer strikes to finish off the third puff. There it is.
Got him.
And
very nicely done for FajitaKnight.
All right, so Ice Palace not the answer in our fire rod hunt.
Still a crystal nonetheless. So in terms of crystal count, these two are tied.
Yep. 40 rupees, a compass, and the bloomerang in Hookshot Cave. All right. And Quake needed for Turtle Rock. And I think we're going to see the Turtle Rock play from Daddy Gamers here.
I mean, you might as well. You're here, again, so many items, and you're either going to pick up this first item, get locked, or you're going to get baited deeper and deeper. So you'll find out pretty quickly what's going to happen.
So Daddy Gamers, lucky that Bombos medallion is not going to come back to haunt him here. FajitaKnight going to go ahead and finish off Swamp here. Hopefully, I should say. He's a bit better equipped than he was last time, so hopefully it goes a little bit more smoothly.
Yeah, Master Sword, plus does not have any potions. He did use that one in Ice Palace doing the bomb jump.
All right, that's the big key.
That's it.
So yeah,
can't go any further.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lock. Fire Rod is not in Turtle Rock. TDG, what are you doing?
He'll figure it out.
There it is.
So now Samaria in his inventory, he could go back to Meyer.
Yeah. Could go back. It's looking like it could be on one of the pendant bosses we have left, Vitreous or Helmisar King, both of which are just disgusting to think about. Looks like Daddy Gamers either remembered or finally goes, you know what, maybe I should check that Dark Cross. So he's going to get his Bombos medallion.
Yep, so either way, Fire Rod not going to be a big play for him. So what's left? I mean, is there... Well, we still need Fire Rod for Skullwoods. We need that to get to Mothra.
Right. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, Helmisar and Vitreous are in play. Whatever items are left in Palace of Darkness, although I believe we full cleared what we could before going to Helmisar.
Right.
I don't think either. Well, Spike Cave was checked. Bumper Cave is a thing that exists. I don't know if either runner checked that.
Spike Cave was not checked. Was it?
I feel like I saw TDG do it after checking Ether. TDG did do Spike Cave. It was a full heart. Thank you, Tracker.
Thank you, Tracker. Keeping us honest.
Yep. All right, Ice Palace clear coming for TDG. Meanwhile, FajitaKnight is going to take the crystal lead momentarily here, for as long as it takes TDG to finish ice, at least.
And then, like you said, it's going to have to be Meyer or Helmasaur. So, interesting decision on what FajitaKnight's going to do. He doesn't have Samaria, which was in Purple Chest. So he could go, to Meyer, but then he'd have to double dip it.
Amarith pointing out our 3 remaining locations are What's Left in Misery Mire, Helmisar King, or Bumper Cave.
I believe Bumper Cave was checked. It was nothing.
Well. Alright, looks like Fajita is winding his way through Dark World. Fajita has not done... Oh yeah, couldn't have done 5 and 6 until now because he hadn't done Argus. Amarith also pointing out that green pendant could also be the answer here.
So either one of these runners, let's just think about this. TDG just got Vamos in Dark Cross, which was available for a while, and FajitaKnight has had his own struggles with execution deaths. Both of them really have to feel pretty poorly about this seed and probably feel behind. Both of them.
Yeah. Although I think both runners have seen enough to know that Fire Rod is in a trolley location.
Yep.
So yes, they feel behind, but I don't think they're paranoid checking for a dot done yet. You know, they're probably just starting to go, okay, I need to make a play and I need to make it now. But they aren't going, I need to make a play, I need to make it now, and hope I don't see a dot done in the next 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah, I don't think either of them are expecting the other to finish quickly, but they both have to feel like the other might have done something a little bit better than they did.
Yep. Crazy Cat Lady, yes, Lumberjack has been checked. It was 10 arrows. There will not be a repeat performance of me shouting excitedly that there is an item on Lumberjack that neither runner checked for an hour and 45 minutes.
It's a classic clip. Go check it out.
Yeah, that clip. Again, Jinxie's reaction gives me life because her seeing the mirror on that Lumberjack gave her life in that moment. All right, so FajitaKnight gonna be doing his Smith's Chain here. We'll probably be receiving his Samaria as well. Seeing some duplicate checks here. All right, Fajita receives his literacy,
which actually won't lead to anything.
Yep. Apart from the vaguely hilarious vanilla ether pendant or medallion.
Sure. So while we've got each runner treading in each other's footsteps, just everyone who's watching, please give these runners a follow. They are doing a great job, with what's been given to them in this seed. I'm sure they would appreciate it. And, they stream regularly as far as I know. So go check them out. And also be sure to give my co-commentator, Westside Vandal, a follow, and our tracker / restreamer tonight, Amarith, a follow as well.
Sorry, I'm just going mad with power typing all the exclamation points in chat. FajitaKnight opting not to do the purple chest glitch. So a little bit slower, but probably a little bit safer if you don't feel confident in your ability to position correctly. Because if you do miss that window, hey, guess what you get to do?
You do it all over again.
Yep. All right, so FajitaKnight receives his Cane of Samaria. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, now he hasn't done Mire at all, so his will just be a single dip. He could full clear it. TDG has already done Mire,
Yep.
But now got the Cane of Samaria.
Yep. All right. Yes, we do read chat on occasion, and we are open to suggestions, as long as they're constructive. All right, so Fajita is not immediately making his way to Misery Mire. He, I think, is going to try and do Turtle Rock here. He's going to receive the bad news here shortly.
Yep.
Although,
just one
come
big
to think,
key. Go ahead.
he hasn't done the Dark Death Mountain checks yet either, so this makes total sense. Because it's all the Dark Death Mountain checks plus Turtle Rock versus Misery Mire.
Oh yeah. From a density checkpoint, this makes perfect sense.
Sabin, that is actually in that command that I did, !C.
Oh, I did the wrong command. Yep.
Yep. So there's the runner command. I'll go ahead and run this command again. Whoops, or not, because my keyboard's being dumb. There we go. So yeah, we do drop those links in every once in a while to keep things interesting, I suppose. I don't think that's the right word for it, but anyway, FajitaKnight actually, I believe, just went directly to Turtle Rock. Did not even check.
Yeah, he didn't check Super Bunny. He didn't do Hookshot Cave, but he
Looks
just
like
opened.
he is gonna go do those.
Yep, just opened it. Not gonna go in there yet. Because wouldn't it feel really silly if Fire Rod were in one of these checks and he does Turtle Rock first, has to turn around, can't do anything.
Sabin, I will go ahead and pass that along to the administrators for the channel. Thank you for the advice, though. All right, so duplicate checks now for both runners. TheDaddyGamers has taken down Cold Stare, so we'll see what TDG decides to do next. Looks like it's going to be mop up Misery Mire.
Oh, we still got 2 items, including the green pendant. So, and I don't think there's anything else he can really do.
Helmsar King.
True.
All right. All right, so Fajita now about to re-enter enter Turtle Rock and receive the news that Fire Rod is not here. Fire Rod indeed in another castle. And TDG making his way back to Vitreous. So, and kind of back to where we were earlier on in the seed. This is gonna probably be a case of FajitaKnight being a step or two behind TDG here, because I feel like if you're FajitaKnight at this point, you just go do Misery Mire, right?
You could also. Oh, he's gonna check Spike Cave first, but you could also check out Helmasaur. I still think there's one item left there.
Well, and then that's also a good point, because remember, Fajita just noped out immediately after the Titans.
That's true. He's got a whole dungeon to check.
Yeah, he's got the entirety of Palace of Darkness to check. So now that I think about it, I'm in a verbal backspace. I think FajitaKnight goes Palace of Darkness here. So this could get interesting. I mean, it's already interesting, but it could get even more so, because this is now going to be, does TheDaddyGamers hit pay dirt here before... Oh, FajitaKnight going to check Tower of Hera basement.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's one item left down there.
That. Yeah, there's an item left down here. Oh, no.
Well, this is interesting if this is Fire Rod.
Oh, no. The most nail-biting coffee break of all time coming up. Oh my goodness.
Oh, this would be huge.
Oh my goodness gracious.
All right, so we're going to see very quickly basement, and then very quickly Vitreous and green pendant turn in. So it's going to be something here real quick.
Yep. Making good use of that cape there to take care of the mini Vitreouses. Vitrii.
It's the fire rod in the basement.
Oh my god! Mirror shield on Vitreous, but it doesn't matter. At 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 40 seconds, FajitaKnight is in go mode.
Wow. Oh man, that is huge for FajitaKnight.
Oh my goodness! All right, Daddy Gamers, that's the mirror and the flute. Now the question is, where does he flute to? Does he flute to 1 or does he flute to 5? He flutes to 5!
Flutes to 5. He's gonna finish out Helmasaur King.
Oh no! And with just that one play, FajitaKnight takes control of his destiny, while that carnivorous plant takes his shield. Silvers, though, on the green pendant turn in.
I mean, silvers are cool, but in this case, they're no fire rod.
Oh, hold on. Daddy Gamers is fluting away. Flute to 3.
Fluting to 3.
Pedestal check. Wait.
No.
What? No.
He did Skull Woods?
Yeah, I believe he did all he could of Skull Woods, yes. Might be thinking he forgot something, though.
He might be checking pedestal, but I mean, fire red can't logically be there because
Yeah.
TR is appended.
Right. But again, at this point, it's also kind of got to be now at an hour and 45. You are sitting there going, "Where's the dot done?"
Yep.
So that might be introducing a little bit of uncertainty into things. Oh, Daddy Gamers had not actually cleared all of Skull Woods. He just got his big key. Meanwhile, FajitaKnight taking on Mothula here. Needs to be careful. Down to 2.5 hearts. Oh no! Oh boy, blue goo. Thank you. Also, B+, by the way.
No.
To bring
Finally
that.
found out that it was the B.
All right, 10 arrows on Mothula there. And FajitaKnight is probably going to be going to Ganon's Tower? Question mark?
Oh, you go for it.
Yeah, I feel like, you kind of have to go for it at an hour and 46 minutes into the seed. Yeah, and Amaranth pointing out, if Daddy Gamers goes Hera Basement anytime soon, he's still in this race. Because he's got Tempered and Silvers over FajitaKnight, Master Sword, Silverless.
So, since that is the 7th crystal,
yeah,
we do play a game.
Yep.
In these situations where we try and figure out what is the location of the Ganon's Tower big key. Now there are 22 locations. I'm going to start the command here. Give me 1 second before you get your. Amaranth did start it for us. So get your guesses in. An integer between 1 and 22, and the winner will get some amount of points and get on our leaderboard. So go ahead and get your guesses in.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go with my old faithful there.
And ditto for me.
All right. Looks like Fajita is going to go ahead. He picked up a few potions, and he's heading for Ganon's Tower. Oh, no. Oop, hold on. Flute. Okay. Oh, did he remember the thing? I think he remembered the thing. Oh, nope, he's grabbing potions. Nope, he's...
No. Did he ever go up to Zora?
I don't think he's done Zora, no. Oh my goodness.
That's right, because he did the Catfish then Waterfall, but he was like 300 rupees short.
Yeah, that's right. He never paid the scam artist. Oh no. TDG with just the unknowing and unending debates of the commentators, because I think that's about the third time I've thought he's remembered Hera, and he does something completely different. All right, FajitaKnight making his way in Gan's tower. I will be issuing the stop command as soon as I see FajitaKnight open a chest.
Yeah, last chance to get your guesses in. Please do so soon.
All right.
All right. TDG's got to remember that Tower of Hera basement.
All right. Chest 1, 3 bombs. Chest 2, small key. And it looks like FajitaKnight's going to do the right side first here. All right. We'll see if this pays off for him.
And I think TheDaddyGamers is now going to Helmasaur King.
Oh boy. You hate to see it. I mean, from an item density perspective, it makes sense. I'm not gonna question it. But FajitaKnight just barely runs out of time. Attempt number 2 here. Running low on time again. Is he gonna make it in? Got it. Okay.
Low on time, low on health.
Oh dear. Although I think he still has a blue. I don't think he's burned through his potion supplies yet.
Right.
All right, chest number 3 is a bluepie. Chest number 4 is a red rupee. Chest number 5 is 50 rupees. That's a lot of rupees. Chest number 6 is 3 bombs. All right. So right side, well, there's still tile room, and we've already seen a 22 out of 22 tile room today. Location 7, 10 arrows.
Oh, TDG is going to get some real bad news when he picks up that compass off of Helmasaur King.
Oh no. Oh no. Location 8, small key. Location 9, small key. Chest 10, 300 rupees. Chest 11, 20 rupees. Oof. That's an even bigger oof for TheDaddyGamers there. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's opening his mid. Oh, that was location.
12.
Was location 12. Key 12. Crazy Cat Lady gets it right on the nose. Guesses 12 and scores 9 points for the leaderboard, getting on the board there. Shellmel got 15 in the race earlier today. Vert's got 11 in yesterday's action, and Crazy Cat Lady on the board with 9.
Yep, we'll be keeping this going all throughout the tournament, so, you know, if you didn't win today, you could win tomorrow.
All right, so TheDaddyGamers about to receive the bad news. So focused that he did not even see the fact that he is still missing that compass, is about to find out, and I would imagine there's going to be some signs of rage coming through in his game. Wait a minute, that was 100 rupees.
So he doesn't have the compass. Did he miss a chest somewhere?
Oh right, it's MC Shuffle. This seed has broken everybody involved on the back end. Because we all missed Hera Basement. I mean, it was still an oof to see him go to Helmassar King, because we know where the fire rod actually is, and now TheDaddyGamers does too as he climbs Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He
TDG kind of
must be going up there.
Yeah, TDG kind of has to do the thing. He doesn't have anything else left. Meanwhile, FajitaKnight climbing the gauntlet here. And again, at this point, you've got to be like just side-eyeing your IRC client, looking for that dot done.
Oh yeah. Both of them are probably expecting it at any second. You're at 154, and FajitaKnight, you're going up the gauntlet. TDG, you're gonna get this fire rod and still have a dungeon. Yeah. Both of you have to.
Yeah. And FajitaKnight especially is singing at Master Sword Silverlist, going, I'm pushing all in here, but I really think I'm done.
Yep. Never give up though.
Yeah, never give up.
You never know what happens.
Yeah, like you've got to just be sitting there dreading the dot done, and at the same time you're sitting there staring down the barrel of a Master Sword Silverlist Ganon fight for your tournament life.
Yep.
Oof. Yeah. Alright, Landless 2 fight. Trying to conserve magic is FajitaKnight, because I believe he is trying to conserve his potions for when they're actually needed. Yeah. I mean, FajitaKnight, or TDG does have tempered and silvers. Like, if he just keeps his composure, he can make up some time here. But that window is very rapidly closing.
Yeah, that was a nice quick kill on FajitaKnight's side for the Wizrobe 2 room.
All right. Okay.
Slipping, sliding off the edge.
At least he didn't light that torch yet. Because that's just silently, okay. Just silently walk back out the door and reset the room. Hup. There we go. Gonna have more than enough small keys. Waits out the potential sprite to spawn here. If you walk up the stairs and screen transition right as time expires on the trap in the other room, you can despawn the rest of the sprites in Ganon's tower, which is a problem, to put it lightly.
Yeah, Aghanim won't spawn, and there'll be no way to finish it. So you got to mirror out and start over.
Redo the entire gauntlet. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 rupees. Nice double powder. Red mail.
Red mail's nice.
Yeah.
I gotta suspect we'll see the post Moldorm 2 chest just to see if there's a sword up there.
I am kind of surprised that Fajita didn't open the 2 chests in the mini Helmassar room.
That too.
Oh, okay. Had the sword primed there. Helmassar went, sorry, not Helmassar. Moldorm went in for the strike there, but Fajita stands his ground, gets the kill and the big 20 out of Moldorm's final possessions there. Meanwhile, TheDaddyGamers with the moth kill, and he's going to be making his way to Ganon's tower. But it's looking pretty grim, because FajitaKnight about to enter Geometry Wars here.
Yeah, just a single off that one.
And that's lining up nicely for
Nice.
well, okay. That could have been a double, but speaking of a double, there's one right
There's
there.
a double. Yep, bit too close, gets shocked.
Yep. 1020. 10201, and this should be 10100202.
That sounds like my first 7 frames in bowling.
That was my that was my first 7 frames in bowling for a while too. Not gonna lie. Granted, I still, compared to some of the other people in my league, I still suck. But at least I can rather consistently bowl over 100 now.
Nice. Well, bowling aside, we're about to take on Ganon.
All right, settle down, Kefka. All right. So Master Sword means we're going to need to see 12 spins for each phase of Ganon. Well, I say each phase. Phases 1, 2, and 4 are going to need 12 Master Sword spins.
Phase is not ending in a 3.
Yeah. Phase 3 is still going to need just 4, but they do have to be spins. So
yeah, and he's got half magic. I think he's still got a potion with him, so magic management shouldn't be a problem. It's just making sure you avoid all the fire bats.
actually, I think he might have burned that potion to get a refill during the gauntlet. Because I remember looking up and seeing he'd refilled at some point. So I think he's just down to a fairy, which is still helpful, but not quite as helpful as a blue potion would be. All right, so FajitaKnight in Firebat's phase does get a nice top right corner, so he can get a few free shots in on Ganon before having to worry about the Firebats.
Doing his best to dodge and get those iframes with the hook shot, but still takes a few hits, so he does have to be really careful here. Like, really careful with 1.5 hearts.
Yeah, I was about to say, you say really careful, and he immediately goes down to 1.5. If I were FajitaKnight, I would consider burning, yep, exactly, burn some of your magic for the cape just to be safe. Although he is now in phase 3.
Phase 3 gets that first spin off, so doesn't spawn the fire bat in a circle, which is always a danger in Master Swords.
Yep. And now, all right, gets the second hit before the Firebats can come out. And now FajitaKnight just wants to survive this and get the torch glitch before he loses that before taking a hit for that fairy. Oh, doesn't quite get at least he got the spin off, so he does get that third hit registered, but did not avoid the Firebats. And there's the fourth one.
4. So on to phase 4.
We did see the arrows on green pendant. Does not get the torch glitch. That's a problem. Yeah, immediately just goes nope.
And to add insult to injury.
Again, just goes, you can't fall off my ledge. I'm gonna kill you.
You can't fire me. I quit. You can't quit. You're fired.
Good catch. Good catch. So does have 434 rupees here. Also has bug net and boots, so is gonna use one bottle slot on a fair. Never mind. Not gonna.
This would be the perfect time to see what the Fat Fairy is giving you.
Meanwhile, TheDaddyGamers went full right as well, so no time gain there for TheDaddyGamers. Well, for actions he's in control of. FajitaKnight not refilling his bottles might be a bit of a problem, though.
Not only that, TheDaddyGamers also did Tile Room.
Oh, he did.
He took a stop there.
All right. But, yeah, FajitaKnight not I mean, like I said, at this point, you're 2 hours in, Master Sword silverless. You're just waiting for a dot done, and just scratching and clawing, and just hoping maybe you pull it out of the fire. So I think that might be FajitaKnight's thinking here is, I'm either going to pull this out of the fire, or I'm going to see a dot done in short order anyway. Professor Renderer taking the joke we made about quitting and fired to its logical conclusion and then some. But yeah, all right, TheDaddyGamers getting his big key, and he's got to be making the climb. Wait a minute. FajitaKnight had another blue potion this entire time.
I thought he had one. He must have also just miscounted.
Either that, or that wasn't an intentional fall off the edge. Because I feel like he would have known about that. The only reason why he just takes the ferry and comes in here is if he knows he has that blue potion in his back pocket. But if he knows he has that blue potion in his back pocket, he has half magic. I mean, yes, missing the torch glitch sucks in Master Sword Silverless, but he has 2 full half magic bars.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's enough, isn't it?
It is. I've seen it done. You got to be pretty precise on when you hit it and how your spins are. But he could.
All right.
Regardless, on 3/4 of phase 3 here.
And make that 4/4.
No, that's the last spin.
Yep. All right. Does get the torch glitch this time. So, on to phase 4 we go. Takes a fall again!
Oh, no.
I don't think that one was intentional.
No. FajitaKnight probably just is thinking, I can't wait for the seed to be over one way or another, because he has had quite a time with this seed.
Yep. I'm a little perturbed by him not. Huh. And now he's gonna have to watch his magic at this point. Because yes, he still has that blue potion in his back pocket, but he only has half of his original magic bar now.
Yep, use some of it on the cape.
And how fitting that the Ganon pre-fight text is Kefka, because our runners both have to be dancing mad at this point.
That's very nice.
Thank you. I'll be here all week, folks. Tip your waiters. But yeah, with 2 falls off the bottom ledge of the room here, I'm with Professor Renderer. At this point, I think it might just be FajitaKnight having some controller issues. In which case, I wouldn't be surprised if he was furiously typing into Amazon for replacement controllers as soon as this seed finishes, one way or the other.
That actually is a good hypothesis. I've seen a couple of times here where he's gone to dash, and instead of going the direction he wants, he goes like on a 90-degree direction. So it could be a controller issue.
And remember earlier in the seed when he was having trouble with Mini Moldorm, he was throwing bombs in weird directions too.
Mm-hmm.
So, takes a
use the potion. FajitaKnight.
Use the force, Luke. Wait, what?
Yep.
All right, there. Then down goes the blue potion here. So
maybe he's just waiting for the right moment for that.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh gosh. Oh!
Oh no! He missed it.
And meanwhile, don't look now, but Daddy Gamers is heading to Geometry Wars.
Oh,
This could get bad if for FajitaKnight.
oh, this is something.
If you're FajitaKnight, you have to immediately go into the waterfall cave, or excuse me, pyramid cave, and see what that pyramid fairy is offering you, and hope to holy hell it's a blue potion. Especially if you're gonna miss getting the fairy. Oh no.
He's gonna just go stock up at the potion shop. Regardless, even if he didn't have to, and he went straight to Ganon, he is on Master Sword and TDG is on Tempered.
Tempered and Silvers.
Yeah, so that's a big advantage on TDG side.
Yep.
And takes down Aga 2. Bat spawns and
Alright.
leads him to the pyramid.
Alright, so FajitaKnight gets that refill, running back to Hyrule Castle in Light World to get that port back to the pyramid. And they're both going to be entering the... Well, nope. Daddy Gamers is going to have a little bit of a lead here. Because Daddy Gamers is falling down the hole, and FajitaKnight is climbing back up the pyramid, albeit with hook speed.
Mm-hmm.
And... Oh... That just hurts to see for FajitaKnight. He had a massive lead coming into this fight, but then just Master Sword Silverless Ganon comes for us all. Oh no. Yeah, because Daddy Gamer is just gonna be able to just shred through phases 1 and 2 here.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be done with that before TDG is, or before FajitaKnight is done with 1.
Yeah. Although the original warp pattern for Ganon was a little bit on the trolley side, so FajitaKnight is going to be in phase 2 at least. Alright, does get that cape glitch, just puts on the cape. Cape glitch would be kind of useless when you kind of need to be able to swing your sword. Alright, back into phase 3 is FajitaKnight. But Daddy Gamers is about to finish phase 3. Oh no, Silver, my one true weakness. And, well, that's gonna about do it, unless Daddy Gamers somehow gets telefragged here.
Yep. There's 2 hits.
Yep. And the fire rod coming out because half magic, why not? There's 3. And that's... Whoop, never mind. There we go. That's going to be number 4. So as long as TDG survives the most dangerous 1x3 bridge in all of Hyrule, he is going to win this race. A very, very back and forth race here from both runners. Get your GGs out in chat. TDG finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Hey, how's it going?
What a race.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Oh. Yeah, awful seed, but played well by both of you. It was a pleasure to commentate as it was just going back and forth the entire seed. There were times when you were ahead, there were times when Fajita was ahead, and it just came down to, unfortunately, Master Sword Ganon just decided to take his pound of flesh from FajitaKnight.
Yeah, I finished. I tuned in, and I saw him. Like, I think when I tuned in, I was finishing Swamp or Skull Woods, and I saw FajitaKnight like, finishing Aghanim too, and I just thought, oh my gosh, my SRL disconnected.
Oh no.
It was actually second, like I wasn't first. I thought it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And then I looked at his tracker and I said, oh, Master Silverless. And I thought, oh my gosh, did he struggle? Then I felt bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's also partially. I think FK might have had some controller issues. Although you heard us speculating about that if you tuned in to the restream, but
Yeah, the couple times he fell off the bottom edge, that looked unfortunate.
yeah, yeah. It looked for a while there like Fajita's decision to nope out of Palace of Darkness immediately after getting Titans instead of continuing to get that sword was going to pay off. But then, like I said, just the combination of what looks like a controller issue and Master Sword Ganon just made that goodwill evaporate.
I remember Stern first and telling myself if there's no progression, I was gonna do pod, and then I got the hook shot. But well, that's swamp, and I thought, maybe I should just check if it's bow locked. And if it's not bow locked, then I'll keep going. And I didn't check it, and then I came back and I saw Titans missing the first chest. That felt awful.
Well, TDG, good win to you, GG. But I'm sure there were a couple times you probably felt pretty awful in the seed, Titans Mitt, included. I think one of the ones was getting Vamos out of Dark Cross, which I think you nearly last location.
Yep. Yeah, I pretty much knew it was there, and I just thought, I haven't really seen progression there, and didn't think it was going to happen. And then I said, well, there are only so many places the Fire Rod or Bombos could be. Did that one first, and I thought, okay, Fire Rod's behind Bombos. And then it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, let's play this game again, and went back to Misery Mire, which I thought it was there the first time, and I just thought I had bad luck by not finding the red cane until after I'd already been in there once.
Yep.
Had that Quake medallion early.
Yeah. All right. So, FajitaKnight managing to finally vanquish the Big Pig. Second place, official SRL time, 2 hours, 14 minutes, 53 seconds. We are also joined in the call by FajitaKnight.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty decently. That was an amazing race to commentate on. Unfortunate ending for you, unfortunately.
Well, and beginning, and there's a part in the middle there that didn't go too well, so.
True. Yeah, you particularly had a pretty rough execution go of it for most of this seed. Although I think part of it is down to, are you having controller issues, Fajita?
Yeah, it's either controller issues or Minish Cap Link really just wants to dart downwards whenever he can. So, yeah, there's something going on there that did not make this very easy or fun. So
yeah, yeah, because not to expound too much on a fresh wound here, but the multiple falls off the south edge of the final Ganon room. First one almost felt intentional, and then we realized you still had a blue potion, and then you fell again.
The first one was intentional. I felt, because of how bad the early game was, I felt super behind that entire run, and then like 20 minutes behind. And then I figured that it was just a Master Sword thing, that TDG would be on Master Sword Ganon, and just he was having issues, and that was how I was catching up. And then I missed the torch glitch on the first one, so I just bailed off the side and got hit by fire and wasted a fairy at the same time, and it was like,
yeah. That was the first. Well, no, there was plenty of salt being poured on wounds in this seed, but that one was definitely a nice boulder of salt to go into the amputation there, to just be completely gross with the metaphor. Anyway, moving ever so swiftly on. But yeah, go ahead.
I honestly have no idea how I ended up ahead in this race. Like it doesn't. I guess I didn't do pod, I didn't do Mire.
Mm-hmm.
But where I can see on the tracker that you finished Mire TDG, but
I double dipped Mire.
Yeah,
okay.
He double dipped Mire.
I double dipped pod.
Okay.
Yeah. And literally, location Fire Rod.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the big component here. Is you remembered Terra Basement earlier than TDG did, or
Okay.
I shouldn't say remembered. You decided to go back to Terra Basement a lot earlier than TDG did.
Right, because I was trying to. I've done this in a few seasons where if I screw something up bad early, I try to stay off Death Mountain as long as possible. So then when I finally did go up there, they was basically like, I'm just gonna rally all of this stuff, Dark Death Mountain, see what I can get out of Turtle Rock, and then that the tablet and the basement and Spike Cave if I needed to. So I guess that paid off, and then for now.
It's funny you mentioned that because I died on my first trip up to Death Mountain, coming down Spiral Cave, and I didn't get to do the 7 checks in Light Death Mountain, and back there for like 3 or 4 crystal dungeons, and then finally said, "All right, I have to go back." Leaved when there was nothing there.
Oh, I died as well going across Death Mountain.
Oh, good.
Twice, yeah.
Oh
That's why I
no.
said, yeah. That's why I said Fajita had a pretty rough go at execution-wise, because it was just all over the place. And
It was really, really bad.
yeah, and yeah, I think you might want to check on your controller a little, Fajita. Either that, or maybe change up your sprite if you really think it's
Yeah.
Minish Cap Link being cursed. Because the reason why I brought that up was because I also noticed earlier on in the seed, we're talking way earlier on in the seed, when you're having trouble with Mini Moldorm, I noticed a few times that all of a sudden your bomb was going down instead of left or right multiple times. So yeah, something
Yeah.
definitely wonky going on there.
Yeah, it's I noticed it a couple runs ago, but it's been getting worse. So
Yeah.
not too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm using one of the 8-bit those, but it's about a year old and it's getting pretty glitchy.
Yeah.
So
Hashtag DualShock 4 for life. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, congrats, good game. Good luck in bracket.
GG, man.
Yeah, GG. Two pretty good series.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Alrighty.
And then I'll just go back to spreadsheets.
Yeah. Yeah, the spreadsheets have been rebelling against you for the last couple of days, I've noticed.
Yeah, I've been just not paying too much attention over the holidays. So
yeah. Well, and to be fair, there's not too many races left in the group stage. So pretty soon we'll be able to kind of get those revamped and get those whipped back into shape. I say we, even though I'm not part of the Challenge Cup staff. But
yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
I'm looking forward to brackets. There should be some good matchups, some good races. So it's fun.
Yeah, and before the brackets even, we've still got the bye race happening on New Year's Day to kick off 2020 with a pretty decently sized race for some buys in the brackets. So GG's to both of you. Good luck in the brackets to TDG. And I do believe we're gonna send things packing here. So thank you all for watching. Thank you to our tracker and restreamer Amarith. Thank you to my co-commentator
There you go.
Umaga. Got it out. Only took me 3 tries. I haven't been speaking English for almost 30 years. What do you mean? Anyway. Please follow our runners, our commentators, our trackers, and tracker and restreamers. Check out the Go Mode podcast. Check out the Go Mode podcast Discord. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Eat your vitamins. Anything else I'm missing?
I think you got
All
it.
right. Well then, until next time, just enjoy playing Rando, guys. Have a good night.
Arthur.